EveryLift. Let me see the title. Oh my fucking god. Morganborough official. This is where you all spawn. I'm full of annoying ass noises. First off, we have this obviously campbell called recreation. Why do you need to make Virginia buildings? This one wants some cortex. It's a resting house. Down by side doors. Anyways, the last EveryLift. It's not really meant to be taken seriously. But this EveryLift is actually the first I did with my voice on this new PC. It has 32 gigs of RAM, has an RTX, because people love the sound of RTX. Yeah, definitely, and the very out of place British traffic lights. What lift does this shit have? Another cortex. And it's an autist. Yeah, an autist. How the fuck am I gonna close the door? Oh, it nudges. This lift actually does look stupid. You see, look at this hall and this indicator. Do you think that it fits? People call this an autist lesson. I really cursed one. The buttons light up blue rather than yellow or orange. Or rather the lights that incendiary that bulbs use. Of course, the entire game is in a walkable distance. And I'm playing in one of someone's private server just in case. Which means that it will be slightly harder. Vending machines. Those are dovers, especially the impulse that I made with the association of Brian. Basically, this fixture is technically mine and Brian's. It's on Cover Plus and you can tell it's from me because of the new diamond dick text I added. You see, none of the texts are in Arabic, but in my fictional language that I just made up. Not for the sake of this video part. And this is the service lift apparently, which true to its name, it's a service lift. It runs on Cortex compared to the Cobalt Plus powered main lifts. You can tell it's a service lift because of the door. And it has a rear door too. Now, the biggest problem is the floors are fucking locked. Seriously, they are fucking locked. Of course, there is a rear door too. Of course, part 2 is that you could technically call a lift to you can technically surf it, or rather just climb to the actual top floor itself. Seriously, all of the floors are locked, and it's framed as additional key switches. You can tell this is a cortex because of how the buttons function. Like if you keep your mouse hold, you see the cortex. Basically all floors are locked, thankfully excluding L, the lobby. ULR. Of course, there's this one that only goes up, as in it doesn't stop at the top floor. But for some reason, they decided to include the one with a down button, despite the lift not being able to go down. And there's a lift that has a titular nest call. Guess where the N leads to? Of course, the floor with the rear door, of course. Apparently it's a custom impulse. Basically, this is what N is special for. N. Fucking N. There's no point for an N floor, so even if you glitch even if you manage to glitch inside or you fuck around with the inspection controls like it's Cuba Plus, you see how significant floor N is. What's the point of floor N? There's literally no point in floor N. Like, if you look at it, you can see how little the lift has moved. Therefore, N is one of the most insignificant floors. But there's a secret. What is B, you may ask? Well, it's basement, of course. The basement that leads you to that is only accessible by this lift. Correct. But what makes N significant? This is the only lift that can go to base pit. Look, when you click try to here and close the door, you can see that in the indicator that's how a downflow ends. Looks like Corne, despite it not being Corne. It goes to the lower lobby floor, which is also the floor that the service lift serves. There's nothing significant about this floor actually. But it has a freight lift. I mean, we could just go back to this floor. Alpha roof. MLC indicator. It's fucking glass. Don't you get it? It's fucking glass. Don't you get it? It's glass. Look, this is how high this shit goes. Of course, because it's floor R, let's see. If we use glass material rather than other materials, the sea would not be shown. I don't know why Roblox decides to not render the ocean when using glass material. Of course, the very special freight lift that is so special that makes you special, like that DD8 guy from that Quest Corporation shit. This one is in Cuba Plus. And it's a hydro because you can tell from that motor next to the bottom floor. Isn't that fast for hydro? But technically fast lifts are better than slow lifts because they won't make the heavy lift unnecessarily long. Use it over impulse. But the lift does not work. Does it? Turns out it works. With the wrongly colored lanterns and buttons. And it's the cortex impulse. This door was never actually used. It's only the front door that is used. It is unbelievably slaughtered at 8 for 8 floors. Compared to a 2-floor weight lift it is fast. The motor sounds fast, and there's floor N, which is 7 for some reason. Well, why does lots of floor N? Is this support? So this is what floor N feels like. N. Huh? There's. What the fuck is this? Of course, it's the nest. You really have to make this floor after this. It's a Schindler. Cool plus. At least this is attraction. No diving. I dive. Do you have any problem? And why can't we dive? Is it because you can swim like this? Of course, this is what the temporary traffic lights look like. Here you have this Rolls Royce. A fucking Rolls Royce. We're at Los Grandes Almacenes Random Mini. Yes, this really is a small department store. And the top text looks like Google Translate. Appropriately, you could say that it screams like Google Translate. Floor S or floor 5? Guess what? Floor S.
Going up.
Just you American artists. By the way, I did stop playing Greenfield again. No, Minecraft with mods. Rather than using Forge, I use Fabric. And this is the Schindler, which is obviously a fucking Schindler. 5400. 6th floor. And the stupidly oversized fire alarm. And the corner. Swag Street sounds stupid.
Doors open.
Katie has 330 more spaces.
Doors closing.
Funny enough, I hear this voice in actual Turkish lifts. Morgan stumble precisely.
Doors open.
I did an EveryLift there too. Let's go to live enthusiasts apartment. Here, let's do a tour. Picnic. Bathroom. Gaming PC. Ironically, in real life, he uses a Mac, but here it's a Windows 10 PC with the wrong orientation. Here you can do maneuvers to access the vacuum cleaner D27 PRU stabilizer. Yes, it's a more shittier room. I mean, it's work in progress, so who's to blame for this? Besides, it's a game where it has like 20 developers or 20 co-owners, whatever. Schindlers. $5,500. PIGS buttons, linear virtual panel design. Yes, linear is marketing, PIGS is button name from a technical perspective. MLLs too.
Please enter your destination.
Take D.
It's actually very stupid because there's there's literally no destination indicators. It doesn't even show what floor you'll go. This is actually a really dumb build. This is actually a test tower, which you can tell because it's a fucking test tower. No, it's a viewing deck actually. It gets higher. It reminds me of EveryLift for some reason. For those who don't know, EveryLift is an old lift company that made lifts. And this is Asina's. I remember being noted supporter in EveryLifts, but the group died, and to be fair, most of the lifts are probably Technic Polar or Cobalt, with mainly recolored buttons. Yeah, we're not gonna take this one. Until the end of the EveryLift, that is. What even is this shit? Here you have a... Oh my god, there's no call station for this shit. This lift special thing is... There are two lifts. One of them go to a floor. So this is the universal button. It prioritizes this lift though. And this is the PB. It looks the fucking same. Except it doesn't go to C. And now to the carmobile. As we drive it, station the Ibiza Riverside. We get it, we live in Ibiza. And here we have a call name on space with Delta with Sigma fixtures. Yes, the fixture line is actually called Sigma. The indicator doesn't work too. Which means it's really stupid until the fact that the indicator actually starts working at this specific floor. At this specific floor. Which is also really stupid because the indicator should not work for only a single floor. And it's fucking stuck at P. Employees observation tower UK. And now to the very last lift of this EveryLift. With a really tall, no, deep lift. It's so deep that you may want to ask DeepL about what happened in Tiananmen Square. Who's Winnie the Pooh? Is Taiwan a country? It makes you wonder what are those questions when you use DeepL. But the problem is, why use Gen AI when you can use your fucking brain? Rather than using ChatGPT to write shit, why not use your brain, a keyboard, to write shit instead? Why rely on a machine to do shit for you when you can do shit yourself? This one is Scuba Plus. Aurora. let's go to minus 100 M, which is the deepest point in the game. And the reason why we're saving this bit for the last, well, there's a big surprise. You see, 50M was not that deep compared to 100M. Look how deep this shit goes. It's so deep, where did the fact that? And there's a big surprise at B100. Now the surprise is... it fucking kills you because it's at the maximum falling parts limit. It fucking kills you. That's right. The floor that fucking kills you. So yeah, if you want more proof, you can go to this dump hole. It didn't kill you here, but it doesn't kill you really deeply. It's just that when you're welded, the lift doesn't kill you until you're unwelded. So therefore minus 100 is miles below, no, kilometers below the maximum depth limit, which is set to minus 500 starts. The layer of starts that will destroy all parts that touches it. Because who wouldn't want falling parts? So yeah, that's it for this EveryLift. I feel so EveryLifted at this 33-minute EveryLift. Bye bitches. Bye bitches. Bye bitches.